7 parents walked into court believing they had the upper hand. But they had no idea Judge Vonda B had already seen through every excuse. By one, confidence turned into silence as the truth came out in front of everyone. Watch until the end to see the courtroom moments that changed everything.
Okay, Mr. Green, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I don't have any of my paperwork with me, but basically I need to get child support. I don't have a job right now. Elle's working, but now that we're separated, I recently filed for divorce. I can't support the kids when they're over at our place, and honestly, it'd be great if I could get a little bit of child support to take care of the kids.
So let me get this straight. You guys are married. You filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
And you're seeking child support from her?
Yes, that's correct, Your Judge.
All right, everyone, get ready because this case starts with a request that sounds completely backwards. A husband walks into court convinced that because he's unemployed, his wife should be paying him child support even though their children primarily live with her. At first, he seems confident that the law is on his side, but the judge quickly realizes there's a major misunderstanding. As the hearing unfolds, an unexpected decision, a surprising work history, and one costly mistake completely change the direction of this case. Stick around, because what happens next is both legally important and surprisingly entertaining.
Who does these children live with?
The kids live with me, Your Honor.
They're also at my place on the weekdays.
On weekends. They come see you on weekends, okay?
Weekends.
Okay. Weekends. So you're a non-custodial parent?
No, Your Judge.
Excuse me?
I said, no, Your Judge.
No, you're a non-custodial parent, which means that she should receive the child support benefit, not you.
See, I'm honestly new to this whole thing. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work. I just know that, I'm currently, if I don't have a job right now, I can't take care of the kids when they come over. I mean, I can barely afford.
Wait a minute.
I'm barely afford to keep myself in an apartment.
You have common.
At this point, the conversation shifts from sympathy to responsibility. The father argues that being unemployed makes it impossible to support his children, but family courts don't simply erase financial obligations because someone isn't working. The judge immediately focuses on the bigger issue, whether he's making a genuine effort to earn income. His explanation about only repairing mechanical bulls may sound unusual, but the court is asking a much simpler question. If your children need support, should personal job preferences come before parental responsibility?
Sense though, right?
I'd like to think my mama gave me common sense. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then you should understand that if the children are living with her, and just because you're unemployed, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be paying her child support if the children live with her.
Yes.
Your Judge, how am I supposed to pay? Like, how am I supposed to take care of the kids? If
you're supposed to get a job, exactly. Get a job. Everyone has to work. Why do you think you're so special and that doesn't apply to you?
I can't really find a job in my career because.
What kind of career do you do? Make this good.
I'm a mechanic, but it's hard to do what I do.
You cannot find a job as a mechanic?
Yes, Your Judge.
What type of mechanic are you?
I work on mechanical bulls. It's not very easy for me to get work because right now there's just not a lot of bulls needed in the wintertime. It just doesn't happen.
Okay,
so right now
Now the judge notices something that changes the entire case. The father admits he quit his job just before filing for divorce and that timing raises serious legal concerns. Courts often examine whether someone voluntarily reduced their income to avoid financial obligations. If they believe that's what happened, they can base child support on previous earnings instead of current unemployment. Suddenly, this isn't just about finding work anymore. It's about accountability, credibility, and whether the court believes his explanation.
Else, right?
That's what I keep telling him, but he's very picky about the job.
Well, and I have to explain to her all the time that all mechanical items aren't the same, all right? Like, I can't just work on a car because I wasn't trained that way. I went to school. Like, I don't have the opportunity.
Oh, it's getting better. You went to school, so you have a skill set, right?
Yes, ma'am, I went.
So you can use it for something other than mechanical bulls,
yes,
correct?
like supporting your kids.
Is that right? It's a yes or no? I don't need all the extra.
Yes, I went to school, but okay. No, it doesn't apply.
You know what?
It doesn't.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
No, ma'am, I didn't. I just want to take care of my kids, and I can't do that if I don't make money.
You know how you want to take care of your kids? You're going to go get another job. And even if you don't get another job, what's going to happen today, you're going to be ordered to pay her child support. And it looks like you just stopped working in July.
Yes, I did. I did quit in July right before I filed for divorce.
You quit in July right before you filed for divorce because you felt like you wouldn't have to pay child support. You really thought that she was going to pay it to you.
Maybe, I'll throw myself on the mercy of the floor of the court here, honest.
This is where reality finally sets in. While the father expected to receive money, the judge begins calculating what he actually owes. Instead of accepting his current unemployment at face value, the court relies on verified earnings from the Texas Workforce Commission. That's an important legal principle many people don't realize. Child support calculations can be based on documented earning capacity when someone voluntarily leaves employment. A courtroom mood changes instantly as every number brings him closer to an outcome he never expected.
Because I thought that when you are separated from a loved one and you have kids, you're supposed to pay child support. That's what I was told. My daddy paid child support. I know how it works.
Oh,
I'm just saying, I thought she would pay because how much? If
Okay,
kids are gonna be with me, I can't feed them goldfish. I can't pay
Texas
for.
Workforce Commission correctly reported your numbers of what you made from January through July. So that's what we're going to base your child support off of. According to that, you made $45,600 within those months. How many children do you all have?
We have two children.
Okay, how old are these children?
6.
12 and 6, okay. And who covers health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is it?
$167 a month.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I have from that $45,600, I have your gross at $3,800. Excuse me, what's going on here? I'm making my ruling, and you are speaking to someone else that is not a...
The final exchange perfectly captures how dramatically this hearing unfolded. Even after the ruling, the father still seems shocked that he walked into court asking for child support, but walked out being ordered to pay nearly $1,000 every month. The judge even adds a bit of humor with her comment about the mechanical bull, but the legal message is crystal clear. Parenting responsibilities don't disappear because employment changes. What do you think? Was the judge being fair, or should she have shown more leniency?
Party to this case. Who is that?
Just a friend trying to help me out.
Okay, well, obviously, sir, you going to come up here and help him pay child support?
Wait,
Okay, thanks.
You're
If
judge.
you're
Am I
not,
paying
I
child
need you-
support? I
I
can't
need you
afford.
to stay back
If I'm
here.
asking for child support, how can I pay it?
How? After you listen to me, and I tell you what the amount is. So your gross is $3,800. Your net to $3,112.11. Yes, grab a Snickers because you're going to be here a minute. Health insurance reimbursement to mom is $167. So based on that, I have your total child support monthly obligation of $945.03. That's to be paid every month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you understand?
Understand? Because I thought I came in here to receive money, ma'am.
Well, you thought wrong, and I just gave you my ruling. So any other questions?
I have no questions. I'm good with this.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, did you have something else?
He always has something else.
Okay.
If you know of anybody hiring, I would love a job.
Okay. Well, I think there's a bar that has a mechanical bull. You can go see if they need something done.
In the end, this case became a reminder that family courts focus first on what's best for the children, not on which parent asks for money. The judge determined that because the children primarily lived with their mother and the father's previous income could be verified, he remained financially responsible despite being unemployed. One misunderstanding about how child support works turned into an expensive lesson in family law. What was your biggest takeaway from this case? Share your opinion in the comments below, and if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns with clear legal analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next courtroom drama.
Mrs. Allen or Miss Allen?
It's Mrs. still.
Mrs. Okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband and I have been separated for 5 months.
Okay.
And now I have filed for divorce. He has started seeing someone else, and I would like back pay for our son. He is 12 years old.
Okay. Do you want back pay because he's seeing someone else?
Well, because he is supporting somebody else. He's no longer in our home. Okay. And I would like to have back pay and start paying child support for our son, that he is living with me.
Okay. I just want to make sure you want back pay for the child, right? Not necessarily because he's moved on.
Yes.
Okay. Since he left, has he given you any type of support?
Yes.
Okay. How much?
About 600.
600 each month?
Money orders every month, ma'am.
Okay, money orders? Okay, good.
All right, everyone. This case looks like it's about child support, but within seconds, it becomes clear there's much more happening beneath the surface. A separated couple walks into court carrying months of resentment, accusations, and unanswered questions after a marriage falls apart. The wife believes her husband moved on too quickly, while the husband insists he's been financially supporting his son all along. But here's the twist. The judge refuses to let emotions decide the outcome. Instead, every payment, every document, and every dollar is examined with precision. Will heartbreak influence the ruling, or will the law separate feelings from financial responsibility? Stay with us, because this courtroom lesson shows exactly how facts can outweigh emotions.
And it looks like you turned those in to me. Okay. So you want child support and back pay?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you have to say about that?
I don't think I need to give back pay. It's like we just had mentioned. I've been giving her $600 every month in money orders. Plus I take care of the insurance.
Okay, and how much is the insurance exactly?
Insurance is $109.
Okay, and I like that you came prepared with your notes and stuff. See too many people come to court with their documents, so that's good. So about this significant other, do you believe that that's the reason you're being brought to court now?
Yes, completely.
Story behind that, like did they have an argument, a disagreement?
Well, they don't like each other.
I mean, obviously.
Well, thing is that she's a yoga instructor.
Okay.
And she works, she does.
At first, it sounds like a simple request for child support, but the judge immediately notices something important. The mother's frustration seems tied not only to finances, but also to the father's new relationship. That's a critical distinction because family court doesn't award support based on betrayal or hurt feelings. Judge carefully redirects the conversation back to the child, asking one question after another until the real legal issue becomes clear. It's a reminder that in court, emotions may explain why someone files a case, but evidence determines how it's decided.
Her yoga. And the woman I'm seeing now actually is a former student of hers.
Oh, so you know her.
Knew her.
You knew her.
Yes.
Were you guys friends?
She was acquaintance that I'd help her, took her under my wing. She's younger, she's 20 years younger than me.
You're mad about that?
I'm not happy about it. I mean, wouldn't you be? I mean, what do you expect, you know?
Well, me personally, you know, this has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this caught me off guard. I do focus myself a lot at work. He's upset 'cause I'm hardly focusing on him, so I guess that's why he's decided to find somebody else.
She's focused on her work and not on me and her son. That's the reason why we're having issues now.
And that's the reason, obviously, why you guys are split and you're with someone else.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Based on your financial documents that you provided, it looks like you own an accounting firm. You make about $85,000 a year?
Correct.
Okay.
This is where the emotional tension reaches another level. The former student, the age difference, and the breakdown of trust all paint a picture of why this divorce became so personal. Yet notice how the judge doesn't allow the relationship drama to take over the hearing. Instead, she listens respectfully before steering everyone back toward the financial facts. That's exactly what courts are designed to do. Acknowledge emotions without letting them replace legal standards. Do you think you'd be able to separate personal feelings from legal responsibility in a situation like this?
And health insurance, you said, who covers that?
I do.
How much is that?
$109 a month.
Okay. So what we are going to do is calculate your child support. And the way that it works is whatever the calculation comes out to, if there is a difference, then the back pay would be, what you've already paid would be a credit towards that. So you wouldn't necessarily get the full amount of what the back pay should be. And you shouldn't expect it. Proof that he's giving you money and you actually agreed that he's been giving you money. So based on your $85,000 a year, I have your gross at $6,974. Net comes out to $5,493.29. And I gave you credit for your medical, the $109 that you carry for the child, and that's for the child only, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I gave you credit for that. So that brings your child support obligation, well, not the full amount, but it's $1,098.60.
comes the moment that surprises many people. The judge carefully explains how child support is calculated using income, insurance costs, and the state's guidelines, not personal opinions. Even though the father had been paying $600 every month, the legal calculation showed he actually owed more. The payments he already made weren't ignored. Instead, they were credited toward what he legally owed. That's why back pay still remained. This wasn't a punishment. It was simply the result of applying the numbers under the law.
Okay. $1,098.60. And when you multiply that by 5 months, back pay comes out to $5,493, giving you credit for what you've paid. You said $600?
Yes.
Okay, so $600 for the past 5 months would be $3,000. That's what you get a credit for. So when you apply the credit to the $5,493, it comes out to $2,493 that's remaining for back pay. The way that we kind of make sure you pay that over time, you want to cover the interest on the amount each month.
Okay.
So you can do about $149 would be interest if you do like 6% interest every month, which is what the state is entitled to. So about $150 a month would cover the interest, and you would add that to the monthly child support.
The father's frustration is understandable because he believed he had been doing the right thing by making regular payments. But the judge explains an important lesson. Voluntary support and court-calculated support aren't always the same amount. Good intentions matter, but legal obligations are based on income formulas established by law. Thanks to his records, he avoided paying the full back pay amount, yet he was still responsible for the remaining balance. If you were in his position, would you have expected the same outcome after already paying every month?
Obligation. So that would make your monthly, your full monthly child support obligation of $1,248.
Okay. But
And once that $2,493 is paid in full, the amount will go back down to the $1,098.60.
I mean, I've been giving her money. I think the 600 was sufficient.
Well, technically, it is good that you did give her money, but your child support obligation based on what you make comes out to about $400 more than that. So you were short. Had you been giving her $1,000 a month, it would have probably covered it minus maybe $100 or something like that. But that's the reason why you have back pay owed. But you did get a credit for the $600 that you did give her for the past 5 months. Okay? Do you all have any other questions? Anything else we need to discuss here today? Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. You're welcome.
In the end, this case wasn't really about a new relationship. It was about making sure a child received the level of financial support required under the law. The judge separated emotion from evidence, credited the father for every documented payment, calculated the remaining balance, and issued a ruling based entirely on the financial facts. Whether you agree with the outcome or not, it's a powerful reminder that courtroom decisions rely on documentation, calculations, and legal standards, not personal heartbreak. What do you think of the judge's ruling? Was it fair, or would you have decided differently? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real courtroom stories and legal breakdowns.
Okay, Mr. Taylor,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, so Sam and I split up a while back, but 2 months ago she moved out and left me with our darling children. I have an 11-year-old named Emma.
Okay.
And my 6-year-old boy is Braxton. My 2 kids live with me. She's been out of the house for 2 months. I'm seeking 2 months of back child support and child support.
Okay. And why didn't you give him any money when you left? Obviously, if he's asking for 2 months worth of back pay.
So he's asking for money, but what he's not including is the fact that I'm a nurse. I work intense hours that are very irregular. So we decided it was best if the kids stay in his home since he has a more steady daily schedule. I am living with my mother when the kids have a day off of school or a weekend where I'm available or any time that they need to be taken care of.
All right, everyone. This courtroom battle starts with what seems like a simple child support dispute. But don't let that fool you. A father says he's been raising 2 children alone for the past 2 months after their mother moved out, while the mother believes that spending time with the kids should count just as much as financial support. As both sides explain their story, Judge Vonda B carefully separates emotions from legal responsibility. By the end of this hearing, one parent will discover that good intentions aren't enough when the law determines who must financially support their children. Stay with us, because this ruling surprises more people than you might expect.
They are with me or with my mother at that time. He is saving on daycare, any care like that, and I am spending the emotional support time with them and also providing for...
Did you really just say that? You're spending emotional support?
I don't understand what's wrong with that.
You're not paying him any money.
Spending. I am not paying him. The children are with me approximately half the time. We don't have a formal agreement on that.
Approximately, but not half the time, right?
No.
Okay. So, you should be paying child support to him.
If we want to lay down the hours and really count it out, then we can. I work usually 4 days on, 3 days off, sometimes 3 days on, 2 days off.
Okay.
My schedule is very irregular.
Which means that the children are with him most of the time. So you should be paying child support.
They come to me and my mother's home a lot of the time.
Right. And I get it.
This is the first major turning point in the case. The mother argues that although she isn't giving the father money, she's providing emotional support and caring for the children whenever her demanding nursing schedule allows. While that sounds reasonable on a personal level, the judge immediately focuses on what the law actually requires. Family courts don't replace financial support with emotional involvement. Since the children primarily live with their father, the law views him as the custodial parent, meaning the other parent has a financial obligation regardless of how much love or attention they provide during visits.
I get it. However, the law is very straightforward. Whoever the child lives with, the children in this case, live with, majority of the time, they're going to be considered the custodial parent. And the non-custodial parent has the obligation to, that's the way that it works. You said you're a nurse. How much money do you make?
Around $80,000 a year.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, I see your check stubs here. And how much do you make?
$125,000 a year.
Okay, do you all split, excuse me?
He's doing fine.
You are too. You make $80,000 a year. Not doing fine?
I am doing fine.
Oh, okay. I mean, so you both are doing well. So those little comments, they're unnecessary. $125,000 a year.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
all share custody like she's saying?
Yeah, they're over there every now and then.
Well, when you say every now and then,
Well, they live with me.
okay.
You know, they live under my roof. I pay their insurance.
Well, that's my question.
Yeah.
They're not with you a full week and then they're with her a full week and you guys are rotating and
No.
everything like that. Then yeah, that really doesn't justify you not paying child support. And yes, you should have given him child support when you...
Now the discussion shifts from parenting to finances, and this detail changes the entire perspective. Both parents earn excellent incomes, but when the mother points out that the father is already making good money, Judge Vonda B quickly dismisses that argument. Child support isn't based on whether one parent appears financially comfortable. It's based on both parents sharing responsibility for raising their children. Even if one parent earns more, the other parent's legal obligation doesn't disappear simply because the household seems financially stable.
left. Okay? You had the obligation to do that. When you were no longer living with the children and you left them to live with him, you owe them child support. So you are going to be paying child support starting today, and you also are going to give him back 2 months worth of back pay. Okay? So based on the documents that you turned in, I have your gross at $80,000 broken down to $6,606. Ooh, it's got tongue-tied. It's a lot of sixes. $6,666.67. That brings your net to $4,961.81.
Here's where the legal consequences become very real. After reviewing the evidence, Judge Vonda B determines that because the children primarily lived with their father after the separation, the mother should have started paying support immediately. The court orders monthly child support, reimbursement for the children's health insurance, and retroactive payments covering the 2 months she paid nothing. This is an important reminder that child support can be owed from the moment responsibility changes, not just from the day someone files a case in court.
Make sure, and 2 children, correct?
Yes,
Who carries health insurance?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$208 a month.
208, okay. So you're also going to be reimbursing that to him every month, okay? And that coverage is for the children only, right?
Right.
Yeah, you are going to reimburse that to him, okay? So Your child support amount is $1,240.45 plus the $208 for the health insurance, $1,448.45. And then your back pay, you're just going to pay that out monthly, adding in, I'd say, about $50 a month added into that as well.
Notice how quickly the atmosphere changes after the judge announces the final numbers. The arguments disappear, and the conversation becomes focused on repayment and compliance. Instead of debating fairness, both parents now have to understand exactly how the court's order will work moving forward. This moment highlights one of the biggest realities of family court. Once the judge makes a decision, the priority shifts from winning the argument to making sure the children receive consistent financial support.
So do you understand that?
Okay, is there a set time that I mean, I guess until the back pay is completed?
Yes, when
at
the
whatever
back
rate works.
Right. When the back pay is completed, that $50 will drop off. You know, you can pay the full amount. I mean, if you want to, it's about $2,480. You can pay it in one lump sum if you want to. Pay it out over like $50. $50 really doesn't cover a lot of the interest, but I mean, that's the lowest that it can go.
Oh, yeah, I'm not asking for the monthly amount to be lower. I understand that.
Okay.
We can take care of it however you decree.
Okay. So do you all have any other issues or anything needing addressing today?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
As this case comes to an end, Judge Vonda B leaves everyone with an important legal lesson. Spending time with your children is incredibly valuable, but it doesn't replace the financial responsibility that comes with being a parent. Because the children primarily live with their father, the court required the mother to contribute through monthly child support, health insurance reimbursement, and back payments. Now we'd like to hear from you. Do you agree with the judge's ruling, or would you have decided differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns with clear legal insights, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more courtroom cases.
Okay, Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, Linda, she hasn't been supporting the child like I feel like she should be doing.
What do you mean she hasn't been supporting the child? You
Well,
talking about emotional support, financial support? What type of support are you talking about?
Financial support, actually being there, visiting, it's very rare that she comes around.
Okay. And what
And
is
when-
it that you're asking me to do about that?
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she actually is in the child's life.
Okay, how old is the child?
2 years old.
2 years old.
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
All right, everyone, get ready, because this case takes a turn almost nobody sees coming. A father walks into court asking for something many people assume only mothers request: child support. But that's only the beginning. As the hearing unfolds, the mother's explanation for abandoning her child leaves the entire courtroom stunned, and even the judge struggles to believe what she's hearing. This isn't just about money. It's about responsibility, parenting, and whether personal feelings can ever outweigh a child's needs. Watch closely, because one shocking admission changes the entire direction of the case, and the judge wastes no time making it clear where the law stands.
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard to get up and see the child.
So because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that? Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. The child, I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a...
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom. Because of the gender? So
The entire atmosphere changes right here. Instead of discussing finances, the court uncovers the real reason this child has been missing a parent. The mother's admission isn't a legal defense. It's simply her personal preference, and family courts don't decide cases based on whether someone wanted a son or a daughter. The judge's reaction reflects what many people are probably feeling at home. At this point, the focus shifts away from emotions and back to one simple question: who's going to provide for this little boy?
do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
but he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby.
Yeah, if he wanted the baby, he should take care of it then.
You made that up. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, how much money do you make?
$4,000 a month.
4,000. 4,000. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entertainer.
What does that mean?
I'm an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay. So $4,000. Wait.
Now, the financial picture starts coming into focus. Once the judge learns that the mother earns roughly $4,000 a month, the conversation becomes much more straightforward. Child support isn't determined by who wanted the child more or who feels less responsible. It's based largely on income and the child's needs. The judge also makes an important distinction. Choosing not to visit your child doesn't erase your financial obligations. Do you think some parents misunderstand that part of the law?
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that exotic dancers cannot be in their children's lives? Oh no, you said you don't want to be in the child's life.
Yes.
You just want him to pay you child support and you want him to assume the full responsibility of taking care of the child too, because he wanted the child.
Well, I didn't want child support from him. He can just have.
But you don't want him to pay. I mean, you don't want to pay him.
Correct.
No, that's not how this works. He is not going to be the one that takes care of the child 100% of the time, and then you just get to go dance or whatever it is that you do. I'm not exactly sure what you do at your overnight job. That's just not how it works.
Here's the legal turning point of the entire case. The judge explains that since the father has primary custody, he's considered the custodial parent. That means he's entitled to receive child support, regardless of traditional expectations about mothers and fathers. Health insurance expenses are added into the calculation, increasing the final monthly amount. It's a reminder that child support exists for the child's benefit, not as a reward or punishment for either parent. Were you expecting the ruling to go this way?
So let me tell you what we're going to do. You're going to start paying him child support a month. Now, in terms of visitation, if she doesn't want to visit with the child, there's nothing I can do to make her do that. However, she will start paying some sort of child support today, okay?
Okay.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a problem with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just making sure. So, at $4,000 a month, I have your net calculated at $3,266.81, which brings your child support amount to, you only have one, okay, $653.36, and you cover health insurance?
Yes.
How much is it?
$344 a month.
300, and that's for the child only, that doesn't include you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that amount is going to...
Notice how the judge looks beyond today's numbers. She reminds both parents that child support isn't permanent at one amount forever. As children grow, expenses grow to school, activities, healthcare, and everyday living costs can all justify future modifications. The mother's acknowledgement that she may have to pay even more later shows she understands the legal reality, even if she doesn't like it. This moment reinforces that parenting responsibilities don't disappear simply because life becomes inconvenient.
To be added to that. So $653.36 plus the $344 that he pays in health insurance will be $997.36 a month.
Okay.
Okay? All right? That should be enough for you to cover anything that you need to get for the child. And just so you know, this child is going to grow up, obviously. He's 2 years old now. He can come back later as life changes. He starts going to school. He might want to put him in private school or, you know, anything like that. Any type of extracurricular activities. He comes back in here. You've made more money. You already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen?
I'll have to pay more.
Oh, okay. Long as you understand that. All right. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay.
This case delivers a powerful reminder that family court is centered on the child's best interests, not the parent's personal preferences. The judge made it clear that financial responsibility follows the law, not gender stereotypes or individual wishes. Whether a mother or a father has primary custody, the other parent may be required to contribute financially. What do you think about this decision? Did the judge reach the right outcome, or would you have handled the case differently? If this courtroom story surprised you, leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more unforgettable courtroom cases.
Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Ocean?
Miss.
Miss Ocean, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I need more money each month to pay for, his activities and food and clothing, his expenses as he's getting older.
Whose activities?
Kevin's, our son.
Kevin? Okay, how old is Kevin?
He's 14.
14, okay. And you need more money. He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays for tuition and health care, but,
Wait a minute. He pays for tuition? If I remember correctly about tuition, it's kind of expensive. It's not anything that's cheap. So how much is he paying in tuition?
$395 a month.
$395 a month, and you say he pays what else?
All right, everyone. This case starts with what sounds like a simple request for more child support, but don't let that fool you. A mother tells the judge she needs extra money because her teenage son's expenses have increased with football, guitar lessons, clothing, and everyday life. At first glance, it seems like a reasonable request, but as the judge begins asking questions, the story takes an unexpected turn. The father isn't refusing to support his son. In fact, he's already paying for private school tuition, health insurance, and many of the child's expenses while he's with him. So the courtroom quickly shifts from should he pay more to how much responsibility should each parent actually share. Watch closely, because this judge explains the law in a way that completely changes how this case unfolds.
For health care.
Health care? How much is health care?
It's $185 a month.
$185 plus $395. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know? What type of activities?
Well, he's joined the football team.
Football.
And then he plays guitar.
Guitar. Okay, and has he enrolled in those activities yet, or?
Yes.
Okay, and you're paying for it, and you want him to pay for it?
At least help, yes.
Okay, so there isn't anything else you want to tell me before I move to him?
No.
All right, sir,
Yes,
you pay $395 in tuition,
that's correct.
and is it $185 in health insurance? Because what I see $85 in health insurance.
It's 185.
It's 100.
This is the first major turning point in the hearing. The judge immediately corrects a common misunderstanding about child support. Many people assume that once one parent is paying support, they should also cover nearly every additional expense that comes up. But that's not how the law works. Child support is intended to help provide for the child, not to remove the other parent's financial responsibility altogether. As the judge questions the mother about her own income, she reminds both parents that raising a child is a shared obligation. That moment changes the tone of the entire case, because the focus is no longer on asking for more money, it's on whether the request is legally fair.
85, okay. And then, what else?
There's guitar lessons, clothes. Whenever he stays with me, I pay for, all his activities and everything else too. So it starts to add up.
Okay.
As you can imagine.
And she wants you to pay for more than that?
That's correct.
I'm not understanding this, ma'am. The way that child support works is supposed to pay a certain child, not for you to just get off scot-free and have him paying for everything. That's not how this works.
I understand, but as he's getting older, his expenses are getting more.
And I understand that. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
So you make money too, right?
Yes.
So it naturally follows that you should be covering some of these expenses as well, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not...
Now the case becomes all about the evidence. The judge notices that the father's health insurance documents don't match what was being claimed in court. Instead of guessing or accepting someone's word, she explains that judges must rely only on the documents officially submitted into evidence. Even if the paperwork contains a mistake, the court can't simply change the numbers without proper proof. It's a reminder that in family court, every pay stub, insurance statement, and financial record can directly affect the outcome. Accuracy matters, and one small paperwork error can influence an entire child support calculation.
I'm going to have him be responsible for each one of those things individually because he's doing a lot already. And sir, where do you work?
I'm a pool cleaner.
Pool clean. How much do you make a year doing that?
About $45,000.
All right. Yeah, that's not how this works. I mean, did a friend of yours tell you that you can come in here and get him to, run him through the slammer and have him pay everything? Did somebody tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, were you thinking that on your own?
More help paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay for some of this on your own because I'm not going to make him responsible for everything. What I have here, sir, I'm not sure if your employer made a mistake on your documentation, but what you provided to the court for medical insurance, I have $85, not $185. So I only can give you credit for what's in front of me. If that's an error.
This is where the biggest surprise of the hearing happens. Based strictly on the father's income, the standard child support calculation would actually require him to pay much more than he currently does. But instead of following the guideline without question, the judge uses a legal tool called a deviation. Because the father is already paying his son's private school tuition, a major expense that directly benefits the child, the court decides to lower the monthly support amount rather than increase it. It's a powerful example of how judges don't simply apply formulas. They also consider the real financial contributions parents are already making to protect the child's best interests.
You can come back at any time and, get that fixed, but I have to go with what's in front of me. So based on $45,000 a year, I have your gross at $3,600. I have your net at $2,948.13, which would bring your child support amount to $589.63. However, considering that you do pay a lot for this child already, the Texas Family Code allows me to consider factors to deviate from what your child support amount should be. One of those factors being child care expenses. So what I'm going to do, instead of making you pay that $589.63, I'm going to make your child support $395 just to ensure that the child's tuition is covered.
As the hearing comes to an end, the judge delivers the most important lesson of the entire case. She makes it clear that parenting doesn't end with writing a monthly check. Both parents are expected to contribute financially according to their abilities. The father will continue paying tuition and maintaining health insurance, while the mother is expected to cover part of the remaining expenses herself. Rather than rewarding one side or punishing the other, the court focuses on creating a balanced arrangement that supports the child first. What do you think? Did the judge strike the right balance between fairness and responsibility?
Every month. So that's your education. Your child's education is very important. So your child support is going to be based on that. So $395 a month.
So you're raising my child support?
No, your child support is going down. So it
Oh, okay. I'm not good at math.
Yeah, no problem.
I was told there would be no math during this session. So.
And that's one, I thought that it would be the same thing when I went to law school. Somebody lied to me. I still have to do math. So instead of $589.63, your child support is going to be the $395 a month for the tuition that you would pay. And you, of course, will have to keep covering the health insurance. And if you choose to pay for football and guitar, that's up to you. But ma'am, you need to be responsible for something. So. Does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate it though.
No problem. Well, you don't even have to thank me. You can thank the legislator because they give us the option to do this for people. It's just the right thing to do.
By the end of this case, the courtroom delivered an important reminder that child support isn't about making one parent pay for everything. It's about fairly sharing the financial responsibility of raising a child. The judge carefully reviewed the evidence, explained why the standard guideline didn't perfectly fit this family's situation, and used Texas law to protect the child's education while keeping the support order fair. Instead of simply increasing payments, she crafted a solution that recognized what the father was already contributing. So now we'd love to hear your opinion. Do you agree with the judge's decision, or do you think the father should have been ordered to pay more? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns that explain both the law and the human stories behind every decision, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more courtroom drama.
I am a manager at an urban clothing store, and I only make $35,000 a year, and I'm paying child support. Toward my ex-wife here, she is a dental assistant, and also she does Herbalife distribution, and she's making a little over 200 grand a year. And I just need a little help because she's not doing child support at all, and it's a struggle for me right now. I'm a retired U.S. veteran, and it's just a struggle with my two boys.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes. Well,
why do you agree with everything that he's saying?
No, I do not.
Okay, so what is
If
going
he
on?
stayed at the casinos, he probably would have more money than he does.
That's not true, Your Honor. I'm always home with my boys when I'm not working.
Who is paying child support in this case?
And I have custody of my boys.
He's paying child support. It looks like you guys split custody. So it says Sunday through 1 week with one parent.
This case is about to turn one of the biggest child support myths upside down. Most people assume fathers always pay and mothers always receive, but today's courtroom proves the law doesn't work that way. One parent earns about $35,000 a year, while the other brings in well over $150,000 and insists nothing should change. Then the judge starts asking one simple question after another, and suddenly the entire case takes a different direction. By the end, you'll see why child support isn't about rewarding one parent or punishing the other. It's about giving the children a fair life in both homes. Stay with us, because this courtroom debate gets more emotional with every minute.
Well, here's the thing, Your Honor. She's always on vacation. She's always gone. So I've had my boys for the little over 7 weeks straight. She has not seen her kids in 7 weeks.
Sir, when I address her, you stop talking.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you see this man right here? He will make sure that you are escorted out of this courtroom. We do not need any more loud outbursts. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you. Now you may continue, sir.
She goes on vacation. She's out of town all the time. I've had my boys for 7 weeks straight. She hasn't seen her boys in 7 weeks.
7 weeks straight. Wait a minute. You guys are supposed to be alternating weeks, because if the children are with him 7 weeks straight, that means his expenses are increasing. And based on the paperwork that you from your employer, it says here you make about $125,000 as, what is it? Where is it that you're working?
I work for a dental firm.
Okay.
And we make a lot of different castings and models for false teeth and implants.
The moment the father reveals he's cared for the children for 7 straight weeks, the case changes dramatically. If that claim is true, then he's covering food, clothing, transportation, and everyday expenses far beyond the custody schedule. Notice how the judge immediately shifts from listening to investigating the facts. Instead of focusing on accusations between the parents, the court begins examining who is actually carrying the financial burden. That's often the turning point, and family court evidence matters more than emotion. At this stage, whose version of events do you find more believable?
However, Your Honor, when I've been out, it's because I've been doing training.
Okay, that's great.
So
No one is disputing whether or not you're doing training, but according to the documents that you provided, you make about $125,000 at your main job, and then an additional $25,000 doing Herbalife on the side. So that amounts to about $150,000 a year. This man only makes $35,000, and you think he should still be paying child support, and he has the children more than you? Is that what you're asking me to do?
I'm just letting you know that.
I don't need to know what you're letting me know. I need for you to answer my question. Is that what you're asking me to do? Allow this man to keep paying child support, and you're making excuse me, that's my job, thanks. You make $150,000 a year.
I pay for the boys' private school. They have private piano lessons. I pay for I pay their
Excuse me,
health
Your Honor.
insurance.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Both of my boys are on scholarship.
Okay, that's beside the point here.
Now the income difference becomes impossible to ignore. The judge compares roughly $35,000 against nearly $150,000 a year and asks a direct question: should the lower earning parent still be paying child support under these circumstances? This is where many people misunderstand family law. Child support isn't automatically based on whether you're the mother or the father. It can depend on income, parenting time, and what serves the children's best interests. The courtroom tension rises because the financial imbalance is becoming the central issue rather than the parents' personal conflict.
You guys have a split custody arrangement. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
Not in all cases does somebody have to pay child support, because it's up to me to decide if someone pays child support or someone doesn't pay child support. But with the earning differences, $35,000 a year, $150,000 a year. Sir, what type of things are you able to afford to do with your boys? And taking into account your bills and everything like that?
After bills and everything is taken care of, after my boys are fed, luckily give them some clothes that they need to go outside and play at the park. Maybe Six Flags every now and again.
Okay, ma'am, what are some of the things that you're able to do?
As much as I can when he allows them to come over.
You know what? See, you're playing games. Let me ask you the question. What has she done with the boys?
She takes them to Paris. They go overseas.
Paris?
They've been on Disney cruises. Every time she gets them, they're going somewhere special and fancy. And
The conversation takes an emotional turn when both parents describe completely different lifestyles for the children. One parent talks about local parks and occasional outings, while the other can afford overseas trips, Disney vacations, and private activities. The judge isn't criticizing success or wealth. In fact, she praises having a great job. But she's asking a deeper question. Should children experience two completely different standards of living depending on which parent they're staying with? That's a difficult issue many courts must balance, and it's exactly why financial fairness becomes part of the legal discussion.
Ma'am.
He lives in the $350,000.
He lives in it, but you own it, right? You own it. You
And
have
he
all
doesn't
of
pay
this
any
money.
bills.
You have all of the, but the kids have been with him for 7 weeks, ma'am.
Because
at a
I
time.
was doing training so I can continue to send them to the private schools that they attend
Well,
and have the best and the finest things.
That's great. But you know what? You know what? That's why you come to court, so I can resolve these issues, right? So let me tell you what we're about to do. $150,000 a year. I have your gross at $12,500. Do you have, ma'am?
Two,
okay. Net at $9,000. Okay, based on 20.63%. Okay. And then
I
you
do
make-
take care of my sister's 3 children as well.
When did this start?
Wait.
6 months ago.
Wait.
6 months ago.
Whose children are these?
Our sons belong to him and I, but I have 3 of my sister's children that I take care of.
Well, let me let you know how this goes, okay? Anybody else's kids are not a part of this case. Understood?
After reviewing the numbers, the judge applies what's known as a child support offset, calculating each parent's financial responsibility based on income. The result surprises the courtroom. The higher earning parent is ordered to pay $4,550 per month. The judge explains that this isn't meant to punish success. It is intended to reduce the huge financial gap between the children's 2 homes. Her reasoning focuses entirely on what benefits the children, not which parent wins the argument. If you were making this decision, would you have ruled the same way?
Have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Because you're giving me this look like you're confused on what's going on here. Okay, so based on this, I did an offset of what you would make and what your child support obligation should be a month. So your child support obligation comes out to $1,456 a month. That is to be paid each month on the first of each month, and those payments are going to be allocated to. Ma'am, it's not fair to your children that at dad's house they're not able to do as much as they are to do with you. And it's not to punish you for having a great job. That's awesome. However, when you think about what's in the best interest of these children, they can't go to Disneyland and do all of that with dad. Did you ever stop to make it, ask your kids how they feel about that? It's not fair they get to do everything with you and not with dad. And he only makes $35,000 a year.
Your Honor, I understand, but when I was out getting education, he decided to run around and chase everything that had legs.
Okay, well, you know what? You know what? You guys need to be in a different court for that. That has nothing to do with me. Anything else pertaining to these children and the money's here. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else from you?
No,
okay,
no.
thank you. You all may be.
In the end, this case reminds us that child support is about the children's needs, not outdated assumptions about which parent should pay. The judge looked beyond emotion, examined the income, the parenting schedule, and the reality of the children's lives before reaching a decision. Whether you agree with the ruling or not, it's a powerful example of how family courts weigh fairness over stereotypes. What do you think? Did the judge reach the right outcome? Or would you have decided differently? Share your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more compelling legal stories.
Case before the court, what's going on?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even know why I'm here. She wants an increase in child support, and I've been keeping our son for the past 3 years.
All right, so that's why you're here.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, Your Honor.
You've been keeping your son for the past 3 years. Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
Okay, so that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
She wants an increase.
He lived with. Okay, I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how old is your son?
10.
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Health insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
You mind if I move over to her really
please.
quick? Because I need to make sense of why she filed this in court asking for an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive, and...
All right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children,
Yes.
and it is expensive.
Yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him.
Before we step into today's courtroom, get ready for a child support case that takes a shocking turn almost immediately. A father walks in saying he's been raising his 10-year-old son for the last 3 years, yet he's still the one paying child support. Then the child's mother asks the judge for an even bigger payment, even though she admits the boy doesn't live with her anymore. As the facts unfold, emotions, family drama, and an unexpected relationship twist completely change the atmosphere. But the biggest surprise isn't the argument. It's how quickly the legal reality catches up with everyone. Stay until the end, because Judge Vonda B delivers a ruling that flips this case upside down.
About 400.
400 what?
Thousand.
You came here to waste my time.
I make $40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No.
So why are you here?
Just for my.
Right, but maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think he
He
should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. Under your original court order, Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with.
Yes.
Not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
The moment the mother reveals she's earning around $400,000 a year, the entire direction of the case changes. Child support isn't based on who's the mother or father. It's based on who has primary custody and who is financially responsible for the child. The judge immediately begins testing whether the original court order still reflects reality. Once it's confirmed that dad has been raising the child for years, the legal foundation behind her request starts falling apart.
How many other children do you have that are under the age of 18?
I don't have any other children.
Okay. Keep talking, I'm listening. I'm just taking down some notes.
I've said my piece. I want an increase in the child support.
Who pays health insurance?
I do.
How much is it?
$200.
Is that for your son only, or that includes you?
That's just my son.
Okay.
I think what this started from is she may be a little upset. I'm dating.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably should have left with that, John. But
You probably should have.
yeah, I think it's some resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe. Could be, I guess.
There are plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
I mean, that is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a good point.
I mean,
you see why she's upset.
I'm a music teacher. Like, she plays the clarinet.
Oh, okay.
Really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together? That's the question.
That's not to be discussed.
Just when the hearing seems focused on finances, an emotional bombshell drops. Father reveals he's now dating the mother's sister. Suddenly, the courtroom tension isn't only about child support anymore. It becomes clear there are unresolved personal feelings beneath the legal dispute. Notice how the judge lets the conversation breathe for a moment, but never loses sight of the real issue. Family drama may explain emotions, but it doesn't determine legal responsibility.
Today, okay, okay.
Yeah.
You brought it up.
400,000, okay.
You brought it up.
Well, I mean.
Well, nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
Okay, look. You know what it is, okay? You know what it is. And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
that's all I'm saying. It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Eugene, I understand why she a little sour though.
Some things just
her
happen.
sister.
Things just happen.
Y'all just didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr. Eugene, Mr. Eugene.
Excuse
me, ma'am. Excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes, okay? That's not what happened.
I mean.
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
It kind of did. It was kind of like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet.
Okay.
You wasn't there.
I was working.
Okay.
Trying to give us a nice life.
Okay. Well, why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
This is the turning point of the entire case. The judge explains a principle many people misunderstand. When a parent voluntarily allows the child to live primarily with the other parent for an extended period, child support obligations may need to change. The focus isn't punishment. It's making sure financial support follows the child. Based on the facts presented in court, the judge concludes that continuing to make dad pay no longer matches the child's actual living situation.
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the one that took him and then...
You know, I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
it ain't deep, y'all.
No, it is deep.
Yeah.
It is definitely deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop dad's child support, should stop. You voluntarily relinquish the child to him. Okay, so that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that dad stop paying child support. I'm going to deny your request for an increase, okay? Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, in Texas, we have a cap.
So I'm going to be paying him money.
Yes.
While he's over there with my sister.
Pretty much, yes.
And our son.
Okay, Mr. Eugene. Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already bad enough, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Now comes the financial reality. Instead of receiving more money, the mother is ordered to pay $2,040 every month, including reimbursement for the child's health insurance. It's a dramatic reversal, but legally it follows the same principle applied in countless family courts. The parent with primary custody is generally entitled to receive support. Cases like this remind us that income, custody, and documented responsibility matter far more than assumptions about parental roles.
I'm trying to be there.
Okay, as I was saying, he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going to bring your child support obligation to $1,840. Now, he also testified that he pays health insurance for your son. If you can get private health insurance, you do not have to reimburse him. But until that happens, you're going to be reimbursing him that $200. That brings your monthly obligation to $2,040 a month.
That's more than he was paying me.
He makes $40,000 a year, and as you can see, he likes music, okay? So
He likes people who play music.
Right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just going to
Okay.
move forward. That's what your child support amount is going to be to him, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice today.
You're very welcome. Although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
I'm sorry.
You smile like he's proud of it.
I'm not proud. She plays the clarinet really
You
well.
stop with the clarinet. I
All
don't care
right,
about the
well,
clarinet.
you know what? I don't want to hear any more music today. You both are dismissed.
What began as a request for higher child support ended with the exact opposite outcome. After reviewing who actually cared for the child, who covered daily expenses, and what the law required, Judge Vonda B completely reversed the financial obligations. Personal relationships created plenty of courtroom drama, but the final decision rested on evidence, custody, and the child's best interests. Do you think the judge reached the right decision? Should the mother have been ordered to pay, or would you have ruled differently? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy real courtroom stories with clear legal breakdowns, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more unforgettable cases.